You know, there's been so much adversity this week. We thought we would end the broadcast tonight with the story of a man who has figured out how to rise above adversity and take everyone he touches right along with him. Here's Steve Hartman with Assignment America.
Far from the Daytona beach, they put on postcards. Inside a soup kitchen, we met one of the Sunshine State's brightest points of light. Volunteer Brad Carter.
Once you get out here and meet them and realize the human beings, you know, they got a face, they got a story, they're people. I got you, Chuck, you can go. Got a lot of good friends out here that are on the wrong side of advantage.
Brad volunteers here a couple hours a day and puts in another couple hours at the local mission. He publishes a street newspaper and serves on 3 boards that advocate for the homeless. This one is a nonprofit he started to try and educate people on the new face of homelessness. Brad says nowadays, anybody you meet could be homeless. And you know what? He has a point.
Thank you.
Where are you sleeping tonight?
Wherever I can.
Brad has been homeless for 4 years.
I've made some bad decisions and I've ended up here.
Just want to run through the usual suspects. Drugs?
No.
Alcohol?
No.
Mental problem?
No.
So what could it be?
I just wasn't responsible when I was younger. It took me 7 years to get through a 2-year school. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Brad, now 44, gets his meals from the soup kitchen. He lives on the streets because unless you have a family or an addiction, there isn't any free shelter in Daytona Beach. He last worked as a baggage handler. Quit that job thinking he had a better one lined up. But the new job fell through, and with no savings, no degree, and no real marketable skills, he lost everything. Although obviously found purpose.
A lot of people slip through the cracks in this transitional housing program.
His honesty and eloquence have earned him support from all corners of this community.
John, did you get that flyer made up yet?
On the board of his nonprofit, homeless people serve side by side with city leaders, like former Commissioner Sheila McKay Vaughn.
What intrigued me about it was that it was the actual homeless people trying to help themselves. I'm for helping anybody that wants to help themselves.
How much you got?
In fact, the day we were there, we watched Brad and a friend spend the only $10 they had to their names.
You fold them?
I'll fold them.
On printing up extra copies of a newsletter.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
Like they say, give homeless people money, and they're just going to spend it on publishing.
News and entertainment.
If nothing else, Brad has certainly succeeded in shattering the stereotype, which makes you wonder.
What if it leads to a job and a home for you? What happens to the others?
I'll always be an advocate for the homeless. I mean, I won't walk away from it. How you doing, boss?
Brad says helping others helps him sleep at night, wherever that may be. Steve Hartman, CBS News, Daytona Beach, Florida.